Welcome everyone. Today we're going to go over how to do our long tail cast on for knitting. So if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. I'm Amanda with Purple Rose Crafts and I have been knitting and crocheting for over 25 years. And today we're going to go ahead and teach a basic beginner stitch in our knitting style. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to create, I just grabbed some needles and a small ball of yarn here, and we're going to go ahead and do our long tail cast on. So what I've done here is I've created our slip knot, and what I've actually done is I've left a long tail, as the name suggests, for our stitches. All right, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick tip about how to determine how long you want to leave your long tail when you're casting on your long tail cast on. So what I learned from Sheep and Stitch, which is a very, very awesome tutorial about or how to measure your long tail cast on, you want to take your yarn, you want to start with a couple of inches towards the end here, like so, and then we want to bring it over to our needle that we're going to use. We want to wrap it the number of times around our needle for each stitch that we're going to cast on. So if we need 15 stitches, we're going to wrap it 15 times. If we're going to need 30 stitches, we're going to wrap it 30 times, etc. Like so. And then so we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Let's go 15 stitches. And so that's the number of wraps we need on our needle. And then we're going to grab our yarn here at the end and release everything. And now we know exactly how long we need, at least how long we need our cast on section to be for our long tail cast on for 15 stitches. Now this will work for any yarn and any needle size that you're using. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and add our slip knot at that spot that we were just holding on to. Right about there. I usually do like to add a couple of extra inches from where I was holding on my needles, just to make sure, you know, you never want to run out of stitches and have to start again. So now what we want to do is we want to put one of our needles through our slip knot and pull it tight. So then what we're going to do is we're going to bring our two pieces of yarn. So we've got our tail in the front, our working yarn in the back. You can see that here. There's two different colors right now because it is a variegated yarn. So we've got our dark red here and our little bit lighter, more of a pinky color here at the back. All right, so now we're gonna hold on to both of the tails. So our working yarn at the back and again, our tail at the front. And I'm holding on to both of them with my pinky and my ring finger here to hold them tight, okay? So now, stay with me. Sometimes this does seem a little bit complicated when we start working on it, but once you kind of run through it a couple of times, it's actually quite simple. All right, so we're gonna use our needle, come down around the tail at the bottom, up through the middle between our two strands that went around my thumb, and then back and around the one on my index finger. Okay, and then come back through between the two strands from my thumb, and then let the thumb go. And then what I usually do is I'll catch the tail down here at the bottom and I'll use it to kind of pull things tight. Okay, and so now we have one stitch on our needle. All right, let's do that again, nice and slow. All right, so I'm holding my thumb up. We're gonna hold our hands in this fashion, okay, so we can see our tail here at my thumb. All right, we're gonna come around the far side of the thumb, up through the center, coming in towards the middle by the thumb, around my index finger, and then back out through the center. And then let go of your thumb, pull the tail tight, and then we have another stitch on our needle. All right, so let's do it again. All right, so we're holding our thumb up like this, down underneath, catching that first strand from the far outside, come around, catch the strand by my index finger, and then let the thumb go and pull it tight. Now here's the great part. Did you see that? So I pulled my strand tight with my thumb, bring it back out, and there we go. All right, so down, around, let go of the thumb, catch it down below, And then there we go. All right, we're back in position for the next stitch. Down around the outside, catch the one from my index finger, and let go of the thumb, pull it tight, and there we go. All right, so you can see what's happening here on our needles. The dark strands here at the bottom are the ones from the tail, and the pink ones that are on the top are from the working yarn. All right, let's do a couple more of those at regular speed. And there you go. All right, go ahead and rewind this video if you need to go ahead and do that one nice and slow again. Honestly, this is actually a new stitch for me. I never did long tail cast on before. I just did a straight knit cast on or my twisted knit stitch or my twisted knit cast on, which I love. But this one is awesome because it makes a really nice stretchy binding. So it's really perfect for, say, the brim of a hat or a scarf, cowl, things like that you need to be a little bit more stretchy. Even say like the wrists of gloves, if you were going to make gloves or mittens, this would be perfect for that. Okay, even the edge of a sweater where you want it to be a little bit stretchier, that's perfect. Okay, so there's lots of uses for a long tail cast on. All right, so that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. It was a nice quick one, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what you guys create with this long tail cast on, but of course, if you do anything from our videos, tag us on Instagram at purple.rose.crafts, and as always, check out the blog post in the description below if you guys want to see the picture tutorial of this exact same video. Okay, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Take care. See you next time.